Magnus now throws in an absolutely brilliant move, not wasting any time in the attack. How do you destroy the most boring opening in chess? This game took place in a Magnus Carlsen Banter Blitz session on Chess24. A Banter Blitz is when a top player commentates as they play their moves at the same time. If it is your first time here, hello, my name is William. Let's begin. Magnus Carlsen has white, FIDE master from France has black. e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, the Petroff Defense. Perhaps one of the most boring openings in chess. Why? Because after knight takes e5, d6, knight f3, knight takes e4, pair of pawns have come off, and it could lead to a very symmetrical pawn structure. Magnus mixes it up. This tends to be the most popular way nowadays to play against the Petroff. You go knight c3. Take, take. This is step 1. How to play against a boring opening? Create an imbalanced pawn structure. White has 4 pawns on the queen side. If he castles queen side, he's going to have extra protection. Bishop e7, bishop e3, castle, queen d2, c6, controlling the center. Ideas of advancing with b5, even d5 as well. Castle. This is step 2. Castle on the opposite side to create attacking chances for both sides. You are the player who is creating an exciting fighting game. Rook e8, controlling the e-file. Bishop d3, couple of bishops facing the black king. Knight d7, h4, getting on with it. h4, h5. With this move, white has 3 pieces controlling the g5 square. Pawn, knight, queen, or actually 4 pieces, including the white queen. White can put his bishop on d4, facing the king. Knight e5, offering a trade. Carlsen says no. This is step 3 to beating a boring opening. Start a very quick kingside attack. Knight, bishop, face the pawn. Black will not take on g5 because after you take with the pawn, this rook is now in the game. It's already move 12. White has got a kingside attack rolling. h6, you attack the knight. Is Magnus going to move this knight away? No way. f4. You attack the knight, but also you defend your knight. Black can play knight g4. In the game, knight takes d3 was played, and after queen takes d3, the queen is now in the game. Queen could come into h7, but f5 was played. If we go back to this position, knight g4 was possible. With this move, black is actually setting up a tactic. If white played a nothing move, take, take, and now bishop takes g5, we have a discovered attack all of a sudden on the queen. So knight g4 was better. One way to continue was to play rook e1, so then not only the queen but the rook is defending the bishop. However, in the game, knight takes d3 check was played, queen takes d3. There's only one good way to block. Black played f5. In this position, let's consider all the factors working in white's favor. The knight is right in the black position, controlling f7, h7. This bishop can come to d4. g4 played. You cannot take because queen h7 check and it's over. H takes g5. Perhaps a terrible move to take this knight. Why give Magnus even any chance to try and attack you? Well, maybe he thought he could defend. It's just so risky to take this knight practically. You open the h-file, and how are you going to defend this? I would only take this knight if I had a brilliant reason. A cool defense is actually to play queen d7. So then queen and bishop defend this pawn. How can black get another defender in? Maybe bishop f6 and then maybe d5 as well. So this was one way for black to continue, but Magnus goes g4. Keeping his knight on g5 because he knows practically speaking it's so difficult to defend. Take, take, the h-file is open. Queen a5. Queen attacks pawn. Queen can even come to the center. Bishop d4. With this move, white is setting up 3 threats. The queen can swing over to h3, coming into h7. So that's one idea. The other idea is to play g6, just locking down the squares around the king, and this bishop is now on its perfect spot, facing the black king. Bishop d4 played, queen takes a2. So it takes a pawn, but the point of this is so then the queen can retreat, perhaps to defend. Magnus now throws in an absolutely brilliant move, not wasting any time in the attack. Pause the video now or let the timer run. Can you find this brilliant move? The brilliant move is rook h8 check. Another cool move is bishop takes g7, just totally destroying the king side. After king takes queen d4 check. The queen, rook, pawn are just coming in. Check. Let's say king e6 check. You can take it, but if you go king d7, this is the reason I wanted to show you this line. You are using the pin on the 7th rank, so it's checkmate in one move. Very beautiful. Queen takes d6, mate. Rook h8 check, take. Queen h3 check. King g8, g6. Controlling the two key squares, f7, h7. Bishop h4, just buying some time, but white just took it. Another option was to play bishop f6, defending, but it doesn't work out. You can just grab the bishop. Taking loses because check, and then check. This is a really cool idea because after the king moves, you go check. And it's a discovered attack from the queen. The funny thing is, the really funny thing is the queen actually attacks the black queen. But it's going to be mate anyway. King d8, rook d6 check. No need to waste time with the queen. Bishop has to block and then mate. This bishop still faces the king. Queen can come into h7. Game over. If king f8, then you can just take it. Bishop takes g7 check. By the way, you don't want to do check because black can actually play queen g8. This is actually something Magnus mentioned as a cool defensive idea. So you go bishop takes g7 check first, and after take, it's going to be mate very soon. Check. If king f6, it'll be mate very soon. Check. And that is a really cool mate, which Magnus mentioned as a possible variation. Mate all of a sudden. But if you go back, we still have this really cool idea where you promote with discovered check. Bishop takes g7 check, take, check. King f8, check. And then we have this again. Check from the queen attacks this, but it doesn't matter because we're coming in with the rook. It will be checkmate very soon. After queen takes h4, black played rook e2. If it's black's move again, queen a1 is mate. Rook e2 is useful to stop the exit square, but it is white's move. And in this position, queen d8 check was played, game over. This pawn guards the exit squares, f7, h7. Only one legal move here for black. In this position, he resigned because after rook here, you will just take with mate. An excellent attacking game from Carlsen, showing how to beat one of the most boring openings in chess. Thanks a lot for watching all the way until the end. If you enjoyed this video, why not give it a like and subscribe to the channel at the same time. If you press the bell, that means YouTube will let you know when I release a new video.